Yesterday, like every week, the Al-Juma or Friday prayer took place downtown Jos at the Central Mosque. Security all around it was very tight and for a very good reason. A week ago, a suicide bomber attacked a Catholic church right on the other side of town, killing 10 people in the blast. And in the course of this week, a young boy and a young man lost their life due to the injuries. So we are here in Jos, in the Middle Belt, which is somehow the contact zone between the Muslim North and Christian South. It has been the epicenter of sectarian violence in Nigeria for over a decade now. 3,000 people allegedly lost their life during that period, and nobody knows when peace will be restored here. So I decided to start a long-term project after what happened here in January 2010, where thousands of people lost their lives all across Plateau State and in Jos. The reason being is that the sectarian violence are often very superficially presented as just Christian versus Muslim and vice versa, and are only mentioned when sport news is happening. So I really wanted to investigate the root cause of this violence. So with the reporter Joe Bavier, we decided to start this long-term project almost a year ago now, during the elections in April 2011. We tried for a couple of weeks to travel within the Middle Belt and meet people and lead interviews, but rapidly we got caught by the violence that were taking place in Kaduna, right when Goodluck Jonathan was elected president of the country. Obviously the Muslims from the northern part of the country were very unhappy that their champion, Muhammadu Buhari, was not elected, and manifested their frustration by organizing riots in Kano, in Kaduna, and different places. So it was a very clear example of, and a sad example in fact, of how political games and what is at stake there is spontaneously and quite brutally aligning itself with religious community. So a project like this is actually quite big and quite large and really find its full meaning over time. And that's why with Joe we decided to come back in December 2011 to investigate the insurgency that is taking place in the northern eastern part of the country. The insurgency is being led by an Islamic sect called Boko Haram. They are originally from Maiduguri in Borno State. For a year and a half now, they have led a very aggressive campaign attacking consistently security forces, bombing churches, and also threatening Western organizations. In fact, in August last year, they've bombed the UN headquarters in Abuja. As we speak right now, children are also being kept away from government schools because the sect is considering that the education that is provided there is actually haram, which means non-Islamic, because it's too much influenced by Western ideology. The situation is really serious, and to underline that, I would add that a couple of states in the north are right now under a state of emergency, which means under the full control of a GTF, Joint Task Force, which is the military. So I really hope that the people who are going to read the articles, watch the videos and look at the pictures are going to be able to relate to what's going on right now in Nigeria. I really think that it's very symptomatic of the globalized world we live in, where people, by fear, feel the need of withdrawing within their own community, within their own faith, their own identity. And what appears very clear is that even though we are here with very different dynamics, from the post-election violence to the sectarian violence in Plateau and in the Middle Belt, to the rise of the Boko Haram, it's very clear that all of this is linked in a very direct way to the complete erosion of the social contract. I would end by saying that since the arrival of democracy in 1999, the future unity of the country, of the most populous country in Africa, has never looked more threatened than now.